I've been playing Roblox for many years now. There's been one thing that has remained a constant throughout its lifespan. The games are just getting worse and worse. Aside from the occasional horror game that's unreasonably funny, or the Battlegrounds games that are fine, I guess. Though there's one game that I found recently that might stand above the rest, that might beat them all out, and that game is Project Remix. Now, I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I think this game's pretty good. And since I think the game is so good, I think I want to make a little video about it, just so maybe it gets more traction, even though this is probably going to get like 30 views. And I could make like an hour-long review talking about everything the game has to offer, but I'm lazy, so that's not happening. So I guess to kick this off, I should probably talk about the story of the game, which there's not really a story, but it's kind of like where it takes place and how it even makes sense. Now, you might want to take this with a grain of salt, but I'm pretty sure it's like a game show type thing where all of the players, like the people actually playing the game, are the contestants, because there's these two guys commentating everything named Red and Blue, so that's the only reason like that would make sense for them to be there. There's also Cammy, which is like she's like an arms dealer or something. I don't know.
She is such a bad bitch though.
Well, that's it for the story, so I guess let's just jump into the gameplay, and I'm sure by now you can tell from the background footage that this is a first-person shooter, obviously, unless you're a fucking idiot. So as you can see from this glorious photo, there's 5 main things you can equip. That would be your main weapon, your remix ability, your normal abilities, and your perk. I guess I'll just cover each one of these slots starting with perk then. So as you can see here, we have an entire list of perks to choose from. Damage, utility, healing, movement, stuff like that. But I'm going to be honest, I only use one, and that would be my glorious king, the small body perk. It gives you plus 10% move speed and a 20% smaller body, but 6% more damage. And 6% is like barely anything at all, so it's kind of just a direct upgrade. Next we got abilities, which are kind of similar to perks, except you need to press a button to activate them, either the E key or the shift key. And like perks, I only use 2 of them, which being dash 2 and the goat sprint. I mostly just want to talk about sprint here, so I'm just going to get it over with. With sprint, you just channel the power of Wally West and basically teleport halfway across the map. You go really fast compared to some other like abilities, and it's just overall like it's really good. Next is remix abilities, and just think of remix abilities as basically ults. You need to get, I think, a certain amount of damage to activate them, and there's also a reason I only have like 5. It's because I just only use like 4 of them in total, honestly. I don't have much footage of the remix abilities, but I'm still going to talk about them individually anyways, or at least the 4 that I use. And the first one is the one you start out with, which is the exponential rockets, which shoot out like a volley of rockets, obviously, that can do a lot of damage and insta-kill a lot of people at once. But you have to be careful, because it does do self-damage and you can just kill yourself instantly sometimes with them. Then there's the remote airstrike, which allows you to call up to 8 airstrikes and select each of them individually. It's kind of like the best one because I think 2 of them can insta-kill somebody. And some of the times I just end up nuking one person with 8 individual rockets. Then there's the Crimson Katana, which you pull out a, well, Crimson Katana, and there's like a little like aura kind of thing around you that I think drains health and gives it back to you. And then if you click with it, it shoots a very short range projectile that will damage enemies, and this one is also pretty good. Now, I don't have footage of this one, but there's Stravance Lightning, which puts you into third person and you shoot out like a beam of lightning for like, I'd say 10 seconds or so. And this one, I'm mixed about it. It does decent damage, but you're also still pretty vulnerable while using it, so it's kind of a risk-reward type thing. I also don't have footage of this one either, but it's just kind of funny, so I think I'll talk about it anyway, which is the teddy bear. And what it does is that you just hold it out and then select someone and give it to them. which just insta-kills them. They can't fight back or anything, it just kills them instantly. Alright, now it's time to talk about the weapons, which for this section of the video, I'm gonna just pick a few that I like and I use a lot, so yeah, that's it. Starting with the katana. The katana, out of the few weapons that I picked, it's probably my least favorite, but I still do kind of like it. Basically, with normal, just the basic attack, the M1s, you just swing the sword around normally, and it's just kind of the basic attack. But with the right click, you dash forward and apply bleed onto the enemy. This can be done 3 times in a row and will have a recharge. I also think it recharges when you kill someone, but I'm not sure about that. Next up, we have the dual rocket launchers, which I don't use that much anymore, but I still do like them just for their great movement possibilities, because you can do stuff like this. And I do think it does need a little damage buff because it's a little low damage, but yeah, it's pretty good overall. You do a melee hit and then fire the rocket launcher and then repeat that over and over again, and it's a decent weapon. Next we have the burst rifle, which the burst rifle, it rose to glory. A little while ago there's an update that reworked it. It used to be kind of just like really basic. It was kind of ass too. It was just, well, a burst rifle. It wasn't special at all. But in a recent update, they changed it. So now that the right click, you should like throw out a little turret buddy, and it's cool. I like it. It used to just be like a zoom in, I think, and it was really useless before, but now it's really good, and I use it a lot. It does insane damage. Pair that with the turret buddy, it's good. Now we have the lightning wand. The lightning wand is something I would never really expect to like, and I never really pick it out of any other weapon, but I do actually like it a lot. I never think I'll like it when I use it, but I do pretty good with it. What it does, it relies on a completely different mechanic from the game, which you have like ability points, which is used for abilities, but then there's also mana points, which is used for stuff like the lightning wand, obviously, and it's like a bar that refills over time if you stop using it. Its secondary ability, you summon like a cloud, and it will like strike lightning on people under it, and it does damage over time. It's pretty good. It's under the explosive class weapon, so it has an area of effect. It's a good weapon. And now we're on to the 2 goats, my 2 favorite weapons in the entire game, starting with the ninja whip. The ninja whip is an insane weapon. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever heard something positive about it, but that's because it's so broken. M1 ability is like a horizontal swipe. It has a very large hitbox. You barely even have to aim with it, really. And it does decent damage too. Its secondary ability, though, pulls enemies towards you and also applies a bleed effect, and also on top of that, it increases your melee swing speed for the base, the M1s. So you just kind of pull someone towards you and then just eradicate them instantly. They have no chance of fighting back most of the time. So, and even if they try to run away, if you have that M2 off cooldown, you just win. They can't escape. While I'm on the ninja whip, I should probably mention that most weapons in the game have variations. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's like different variations of each weapon, and the ninja whip is one of those that has one, but it's ass. See here? Instead of pulling enemies towards you, you pull yourself towards the enemy. So I don't really see why you would use this, because with the first one, you can just kind of pull enemies towards you into your team where they have no chance of living. But I think chasing them is a worse deal, unless they're like going to a health pack or something. That's the only like situation this would be useful in. Other than that, it's just kind of bad. Okay, I just talked about my favorite melee weapon, but what about my favorite ranged weapon? You see, that's the pistol. The pistol is... It's a pistol. It's pretty simple. You just shoot at people and you kill them, except the right-click ability lets you throw it at someone. That might sound useless, but if they're under half health, I think it does 400% more damage. So basically, if they're under half health and you throw the pistol at them, they die instantly and they can't do anything about it. The pistol also has variations, except the one I'm talking about right now, the full auto, I don't know how to feel about it. It has faster firing speed and a bigger clip, but the problem with it is that the bullets do no damage, so to actually get like better usage out of this, you have to have insane aim to hit every single bullet, and I don't have insane aim, so I just don't really use this one that often, but it's still pretty good. And then there's my favorite pistol variation, the Chrono Release. This is probably one of the most creative weapons in the game. Basically, instead of shooting at somebody directly, and it will be like a hit scan, it hits them instantly, the bullets freeze in place, and you can store as many as your clip allows, which is 18. And when you reload, they all fire. The reason this is so good, though, is that the bullets do double or triple damage. I'm not sure which one, but they do way higher damage, though they're a little harder to hit. And that's the whole trade-off. Plus, you can't kill someone with the bullets. You have to do the throw. You have to do the throw to actually finish somebody off with the Chrono Release, but I still think it's the best pistol variant. Also, Cody, since I know you're watching this, fuck you. The Chrono Release is goated, and if it's so bad, then why do I almost always top score with it, including this game that I recorded right here? Anyway, next segment. I did give you a lot of reasons to why this game is good, but it's not perfect by any means. The game has quite an abundance of problems. And that being, some of the weapons are really overpowered. Like with the Ninja Whip, I said that it's kind of overpowered, which it is. It is pretty good, and it sucks to fight against, but it's fun as hell to use. That goes for a few weapons, like the Banhammer, the Paint Bucket. I can't really think of any off the top of my head right now, but some weapons just suck to fight against. Same with some perks and some abilities. This clip was from a game of someone using the Banhammer plus the Big Body perk, aka the combo from fucking hell itself, because this genuinely sucks ass to fight against. Plus, they almost always have some ability to heal themselves, which makes it even worse, and they also probably have at least one person on their team with a support weapon, and it's not fun to fight against, and you need to coordinate with your entire team to actually kill them, which I guess is a good thing, because it is a team-based game. But if you run across this person alone, you just die instantly. There's nothing you can really do at all. They just have way too much health, unless you're a god at dodging, and they have shitty aim, but that's really the only reason you would be able to even fight against this. But that's really the only qualms I have with the game. Other than that, I think it's a very good game. It's one of the best on Roblox, in fact, I'd say. It still gets updated to this day, but it's not very frequent. The last weapon they added was like a few months ago. It was some bow. I didn't like that. That was also the same update that reworked the burst rifle though. But other than that, I mean, it is a very good game. I recommend you play it highly if you're watching this, because even if you're not doing good on your first game, just server hop or something, because if teams are unbalanced, it's just one of those games that sucks to play when teams are unbalanced. But other than that, I think it's a great game. It really is. It's one of the best games on Roblox. Actually, no, the best game on Roblox. And it's even including games like any game ever, it's still up there. It's still a good game, including literally every single game in existence. And I just like it a lot. And there's not many games like it, even though it's a first-person shooter. And first-person shooters are, let's just say, it's a very saturated genre, especially nowadays where there's new ones coming out every day. But with that said, I think this video is basically over by now. It's not very long, but I didn't really want to make a long video like this since I'm not really known to do these types of videos. I'm usually just doing the normal gameplay videos, but I guess I'll see you later.